Hey Sean, this video is for you. I'm going to try to do this the best that I can make this explainable. But the way I did my harness, which I will admit it was hard, but in the end it made sense and it wasn't too hard to diagnose once it was actually in. So you've got everything out of here is these two plugs for your body harness, which this side here is all original. I never touch any of this. And then on this side, what the hell, is stock L stuff, all right here. This is from the L, and half of the wires running through this section of the harness here down back to the ECU is L stuff. Or what I basically did was removed the L stuff, kept anything that, pertained to these body plugs, i.e. signal to the cluster, to tachometer, to speedometer, likewise kept all of that. So the body plugs from here, including powers and grounds and triggers, key on accessory, all that, all of those stay intact. So that way they all send down to here. And with that done, the rest of the plugs, go on, focus, and for the crank trigger and everything else from the actual engine harness that's untouched, including MAF, boost control, the stuff that the L stuff will not have, is down here in the ECU plugs. And yes, there will be some wires that are going to have to be cut and merged together. Off the top of my head, I do not recall. You'll see them in most of those diagrams. But this way it makes it a lot easier on yourself with not having to try to cut these up, because finding diagrams for these two plugs right here is a nightmare. I never was able to find them because I wanted to repin these, but it actually ended up being the correct way to just not screw with these at all and just leave these alone and repin it here at the ECU. And then once you're done with repinning those, which luckily it's light enough outside you can actually see, you have to repin your 3 gray plugs on the engine. Get my hood prop. So your new merge harness will come through there. You have 1 gray plug, which I know it's going to be a pain in the ass. You can see a number 1 down there. Let me see, can I light that any better? Yeah, you can kind of see it right there. Which it's hidden, but it's something you'll merge those and you'll merge these. They change a little bit just because, again, you're trying to meet the USDM wires for tachometer, signal, all that stuff that's going through the body plugs through these again, and then to the actual engine harness. So from here, it's hard doing light and camera and talk at the same time. That works. So from here, this way, untouched. I have not changed these at all. This has been the same the entire time. But as you can see, some of the wires in here look a little different. Some are dirty and some are clean, because the dirty ones are my L stuff. These are going through here, running that way to the body plug, and from the body plug that way through the actual body harness to the cluster or likewise. Whereas per se, let me see, this yellow and green wire goes through this yellow and red, which is power for whatever you may decide, if it's idle air control or throttle position sensor, wherever they may need power. And then again, these wires through here, boost control, your ignition control module back here, your map sensor, your mass airflow sensor, all that stuff is factory. So none of that gets touched, none of it gets moved. And here's kind of how I have mine routed. This is really not OEM and factory, but it worked. Got 1 clamp here, which is your broken water box. And you have 1 for overflow. That one runs back there. And you've got the 1 down here going to your turbo. That's pretty much it. And obviously I don't have a overflow tank, so that works for now. But I'll send this one to you, and if anyone else is watching this video, please have any questions, ask me. If I can't answer it, I'm sorry. I wish I could. I'll do everything I can to help you.